How do you see your work in a cultural context?
You know, I think that today the West is really opening into a different kind of spirituality, a real desire to connect beyond what our religions or our culture has offered so far, you know. And I was born in '68, so I don't know really what happened in the '70s, but everyone, all the hippies, the old hippies say, oh yeah, you know, I had my dose of psychedelics in the '70s and we didn't go that far. And today we're in 2015, but it seems that a lot of young generation, but also older generations, are turning into a more organic, psychoactive expansion of the minds to really look into the true nature of humanity and who we are and what we're doing and where we're going in terms of evolution and consciousness. So in the cultural context of the West, I think it's very interesting what's happening, you know, in some subdivided pockets of our culture. There's a real movement, a real trend. I think it's really interesting to think about how to use ayahuasca in that context. And like everything, you know, ayahuasca also is in evolution. And the traditional or indigenous cultural context is particular because the animistic belief or the presence of spirit within nature and that war relationship is established since birth, you know. And the idea of community, the concept of collectivity is established since birth. But it's pretty much what they have. Though in our cultural context, we have a very strong individualism, you know, where we feel nature and the individual is very detached. So the ayahuasca in a way brings us back in the idea that everything is connected, that we're all connected, you know. And I believe that today, part of our work in the West is to coming together as a collective, to bring a new type of consciousness together as a collective, a we space, but with a choice of engaging with that collective, you know. So I think today, at least in my work, that's what I'm looking at, is how to use shamanistic experiences or ritualistic experience as ayahuasca to awaken that part of the individual self into a more collective awareness.
Non-dual.
Non-dual is I guess a bit different than the collective, you know.